All right, welcome back to 4 Degrees Funnier. I'm one of your hosts, Darian.
Hello, I'm your other host, JC.
Producer Allie's offline, having a little
Producer
snack.
Allie. Yeah, she's having a little T-Bell moment.
Yeah, respect.
Respect. We respect it.
We love it. Yeah.
Here for the T-Bell. What's up, man?
Not a heck of a lot. What's up with you?
Just working. I'm back to the slaving grind.
Back to that 6 days a week, eh?
I will say I did go to Launchpad again, though. I know.
Really?
I'm fucking hitting bombs.
Yeah, you're ready now, hey?
I am. It's actually crazy.
You like think your knee made it stronger?
Yeah, I think I'm better than ever.
Yeah, that could very well be.
Right? Did I tell you that I went to physio last week and then I saw the surgeon last week? Have I updated you since then?
No.
Um, I was like, I'm 3 months out, feeling terrible about it because I still can't do fucking shit, it feels like. But I asked the physio, I was like, how long typically, like until a surgery like this, say an athlete, like, how long till an athlete gets back to doing their sport? And she was like, 9 to 12 months probably. And my jaw hit the floor. I was like,
Ah,
pardon?
yep.
So I feel like nobody prepared me for that because I thought I was behind. I was like, I feel like I should be able to be doing more right now. But she was like, no, you're actually doing like super good. And I was like,
Cushioning.
there's people doing worse than me? God.
Oh, big time. Big time.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, anyways,
Oh,
that was a humbling response. I was just like, 9 months? A year?
yeah. I feel like I would be like, I would say 6 to 9 months is what I would say.
Yeah. Well, I think she's probably like, well, you're at 3 and you're still kind of fucked. So it's definitely not 3 more.
Think about how far you've come from day one to month three.
No, it's true. It is
You
true.
know?
It's definitely getting much better. But that was definitely like I was a little shooketh. But also it was kind of a little encouraging because I was like, oh, okay. Like
I
I'm
got
not
time.
behind the ball.
Yeah, I'm not expected to be returning to my sport next
Yep.
month. Yeah.
Yeah. Athlete.
Quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I were an athlete,
Yeah.
you know what happened to me is actually last week at work, I was demonstrating an exercise for one of my like volleyball athletes. It was basically like a plyometric thing.
Ooh.
And I went to go and do it, and I was like, I'm nervous. And like my boss came out and was like, "What are you gonna do?" And I was like, "An exercise." And he was like, "Do it." And I was basically like on my knees in tall kneeling, and I jumped up into a squat, which like
Wow.
is insane, actually
That's a
diabolical.
move.
A move. Also, I have like a half broken foot, so doing it not good for my foot. But I jumped and I barely landed it, but I did land, and I hurt my low back.
Oh
And I was
no.
like, oof, oof, oof. And my boss was like, what happens when we get too old to demonstrate exercises? And I was like, it's a really good point, except for, you're like, he's like 15, 20 years older than me. So I was like,
Mm.
why are we talking about this now? At the same stage, but okay.
You were like, you let me know.
Yeah, I was like, you set the bar there,
Yeah.
I'll follow. But it was a
Yeah.
good conversation. He's like, maybe we hire like like a PT aide that
Yeah.
shows our exercises because some of the stuff for our higher level athletes is like so much demand.
Yeah. And you do oftentimes need to like sometimes I find myself explaining exercises and I'm like, what I just said made zero sense.
Yeah. Like, let me just show you. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
totally.
Wow, that's quite athletic though, Dee. So honestly, kudos to you for being able to do that. That's impressive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, it was very hard.
Yeah, I bet.
I was
That's
like
awesome
hobbling
though.
away.
Yeah, you're like, can somebody get me a cane? I need assistance.
And then she did it, and it was like way too easy.
Oh,
You know,
that's kind
like
of the worst too.
I could have had her probably like do that and jump up onto something. She jumped so high. Like I was
Yeah.
just kind of like, yeah, okay, okay. I was like, you didn't need to do that like that. And she's like what? I'm like, show me up like that. Like that was
Yeah.
super unnecessary. But
You're like, actually, let's just scrap this whole exercise. I'm taking it out of the program.
yeah.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm no longer going to be seeing you anymore. Please don't come back.
Actually hurt my feelings. Thank you.
You really hurt my feelings. Um, which remind I have a question about your knee at work.
Oh yeah. So I've been doing quite well at work. I've been getting busier and everything, but today I was like immediately humbled, like in just like a split second. And I actually think my patient was a little bit like upset at me because I had her roll over onto her back, and then I go to do like a thoracic adjustment or like a mid back adjustment. So she like reaches her arms out to the side, punches me right in the knee so that my knee hyperextends. And like I literally acted like I got shot for a second. Like I
No,
was
I
just like,
bet.
ah! And I stepped away and I had to take like a couple breaths, you know, and like I
Yeah.
was kind of like hinged over at the hips, like, whoo,
Yeah.
okay. And she was like, "Where did I even hit you?" Because she didn't know that I had surgery, and so she's like, where did I hit you?" Like you don't have balls. I didn't fucking hit you in the
Like, it
balls. What's
doesn't
your
need to be this
problem?
dramatic.
And I was like, "Oh no, just give me 1 second, 1 second." And I was like sweating a little bit, and then I was like, "No, it's fine." Like I just get those like jolts, you know, still. And
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm sorry, I just had knee surgery, so like when you did that, it just hyperextended my knee, and I'm not used to that motion. So like I'm apologizing to her for her punching me in the fucking
Like when
surgery
you
knee." I'm
punched
like,
me in
"I'm
the
so sorry
knee.
about that."
Yeah, I'm so sorry you punched me in the knee. And when you punched me in the knee, it made me feel this way.
Yeah, I'm just actually very sensitive. Thank you.
Oof. Dude, I'm so sorry to hear that. There's also the mix of like fear
Oh,
around that too, right? Anything that's like coming at your knee or something after surgery, you're just like
totally.
instantly aware that
Yeah.
like this could hurt. And it's just that immediate pain response of like,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
something I imagine is gonna hurt. It already hurts. Like,
Yeah,
done.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm still kind of in that phase where like it does hurt, like, but it's just like really quick. It's just that like once you hit that end motion, you're like, oh shit. But then
Yeah.
like after that it dissipates pretty quick, which is fine. I obviously know that no damage was done. But I also had something similar when we were walking this weekend. We were walking outside and I just kind of like skidded my heel a little bit on a rock. So it like, and I, same thing, like I was walking with Alex and his sister and I just like doubled over for a second. I was like, oh, and I'm like, I'm good. Just like 1 second. Like, but it's
Ugh.
just, it is so scary.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But,
Dog.
anyways, it's fine. I
You're fine.
recovered.
Thank
I think
God.
everything's all good. So,
Ugh. I'm sorry to
yeah.
hear that. Um, what else are we talking about here? We have a couple of updates.
Well, you were telling me before we hopped on the pod that you were being stalked by some people that you had
Let's
thought you had previously blocked, and we were talking about people that we have blocked on on
Yep.
our socials because it's kind of necessary.
Well, yeah, and I think so. Like, then I thought, what's like a normal number? You know, like how
Mm-hmm.
many people you got blocked? How many people do I got blocked? I my Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
I on my personal page, I have 13 people blocked, and I'm a private account. So like, I
Hmm.
don't know what's normal.
Right now, I actually only have four.
Oh, okay, so 13's high. Some of these are honestly like scammers that were
I
messaging
have
me.
20. Is that bad?
No, it
That's,
seems
are
unreal.
you safe? That's the real question.
Yeah. Why you got 20 people trying to message you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would say,
No,
like, I'm very confident about these four people that I have blocked, though. I'm like, oh my God, I will never unblock you.
never.
That's
If
these
you're,
20 people too.
yeah,
Who get
once
to
you're
me?
on mine, there's no way you're being unblocked.
No.
You're a for
These
life.
are the people that, like, I bet would want to show up at my funeral, like we talked about. And these are the people that you have to drag by their hair out of the event.
Yep. 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 I hate all of them. Um,
I wouldn't say 13 is high. I feel like that's pretty average. Like,
that's what I was hoping for. I
yeah, I
think
don't
I'm
know.
interested to hear what other people have for blocked
That's just
because
on Insta for you, hey?
it's just Insta. I
Let's
mean, I
see here.
know I
I
had
have,
block on TikTok, but
this is so very interesting. I only have three people on Facebook blocked, but I know that that's not true
how
because
do
there's
I?
some people on here that I absolutely know that I've blocked and I don't see their name on there. But I wonder if they block me back, if it like takes them off of my list, kind of.
I wonder. How do I find my blocked people on Facebook?
I just went to like just clicked to the settings and then scrolled down and then it says blocking under audience invisibility.
Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You be hating some people.
Yeah, no, I hold grudges personally too. Like, that's the
You got
thing
a,
for me.
you got a few enemies.
I got a few enemies, and it could be over something so small, but
I
like
got
I'll
enemies. Got
never
a lot
forget
of.
enemies.
Yeah, that's fine. You know what? I like that you're just like, no, you're dead to me.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make it better. Like,
Yeah,
there's also
I don't
just
need to
no
amend
reason.
things.
I don't need to. I'm actually way better off just hating you forever. So
Which is
once you're in my
actually,
blocked, gone.
yeah, goodbye. It makes sense though. Like, why are, especially as like adults? I mean, in high school, we probably should have like cut more people out. But like, if you think about it, as adults, like, okay, if you're giving me beef, just bye. Like,
Bye. Instant bye.
what's the purpose?
Yeah, you're blocked immediately from me. Yeah.
Yeah,
In high school, I think it's too hard to do it because you're in a small, like for us, we were both in smaller regions that like
totally.
you just can't avoid those people. But yeah, no.
And like, yeah, exactly. You got to interact with them and everything, and then like your their fucking dad's your dentist or something. So like, you're like, well,
Yeah.
I'm in it.
No, I still have dreams about like my enemy in high school. Like, and I feel like I didn't do enough to be like, we, it comes in waves, but there'll be times I have a dream and I'm like, I should have cut you off more aggressively in real life. Like, you should know where you stand with me forever. Like, I
Which she
won't.
probably does.
Yeah, I'm sure she does. I mean, we've definitely had altercations over the years, so it's probably like, you know where you stand, but. Oh, here comes Allie.
Yeah. I was just thinking, one thing about me is like no one's ever met me and wondered where they stood with me. you know? It's like,
Oh,
you know how I feel about you. Like if there's no one walks away and goes, wonder if that girl likes me. You'll know. You know?
I think I identify the same. I feel like people would say the same about me. But I also think that a lot of people think I'm meaner than I am because I kind of have an RBF.
yeah, same.
That's kind
Yeah,
of funny though.
that's so true. Like,
Yeah.
I just saw this, like,
If you're on the edge, like if you're like, "Oh, does she hate me?" No, you'd know by now.
you know, I
Great
saw
point,
this
Allie.
TikTok of this girl being like, I don't know, does your sister like me? And it was like, I can tell you right now she doesn't. Like,
I don't need
instantly.
to know any of your history. She hates you.
She hates you. Yeah. Uh,
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh my goodness.
that's on blocking
Um,
people.
this kind of like links me a little bit to my book update that I wanted to chit chat about. Because I was thinking about, I started reading Think Like a Monk from Jay Shetty. He
Ooh.
he used to be a monk. He's not anymore. And he
Oilies.
wrote a book about just like it's just like a self help kind of book.
Okay.
And so I've tried to read this. Well, I gifted this to Alex first because he was like, "Oh, I like to read." Haven't seen the man read since he said that. That's fine. But I bought him this book because I was
Like,
under the
can you read?
impression. Do you know how?
You're like, do you want me to show you how? Because it's from left to right.
I can read it out loud to you. So I gave it to him. He didn't read it. So I was like, okay, I'm in between books from the library. I'm going to read this one. And I started it for the second or third time because every time I start this book, I get in like a I don't know. I was next in line for like a book I've been waiting for 4 months.
Yeah.
So I put in a request for a book in December, and of course I got it 3 days after I started reading this Jay Shetty book.
Awesome.
But this person that I know on Instagram, he was posting like, "Oh, just started reading the Jay Shetty book like for the second time, like such a game changer, blah blah blah." And then there's a chiropractic conference next week, and Jay Shetty is the keynote speaker there. And then again, big Kardashian gal. I watch the Kardashians, and they're fucking hanging out with Jay Shetty. And this book has been out for ages. And I'm like, am I about to reach a catastrophic event again? And I
Yeah.
need some self help? Is that what the universe is telling me?
I think that you have to become a monk now. Like, I think you're headed into something for sure. It might be a cult though. So
It could be a cult. I will say, like, I've made it like honestly probably the same like depth into the book every time I've started it. I've made it like 30 pages. And
wow.
then a new book comes to me or whatever. But in this book I'm like he does say like think about all of the choices that you make and why you're making these choices and like what the benefit of it is to you. And I was like, man, that's a great like thing to think about because it was specifically talking about like relationships, which brings me to this like where we're like cutting people off and everything. It's like you always feel like you have such a need to reach out to people, but it's like why?
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you feel that guilt when you're like, oh, I haven't talked to this one person in so long, or like I should meet up with this person or that person, and and then it's like, but why? Like I've been thinking about that. I'm like, they don't care about me as much as like I don't think they value my relationship like with them that much that like it's even worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a great point. I think I have a lot of that guilt lately, especially
Yeah.
like surrounding wedding stuff. There's some people who I didn't invite and like whatever, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But like I get this moment of like, oh my God, did I make a mistake? Should I have invited them? And then I'm like, no. Like the only people I want at my wedding are people who are like immediately surrounding me all the time. Like it
Mm-hmm.
should feel like people who love me and people who want to be a part of my life, not people who
Totally.
I'm trying to drag with me to do these things. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
you're in or you're out, bro. Like,
Yeah. What's the
yeah.
value? Like, and why do we feel like this need to hang out with all of these people? Like, not saying that having a bunch of friends is a bad thing, but it's like, what is the point of having all of these friends that you just feel like you're like stretching yourself so thin to be like, oh, like, I don't fucking know, Katie that I haven't seen since 2019. Like, oh, I need to meet up with her for lunch. Why?
Bye.
You know?
Yeah. No, very good point.
Yeah. So, anyways, good things in the
Moral.
book. I will read it eventually, but I
Excited.
am I'm a little frightened at the moment. I'm like, something bad is gonna happen because I haven't read this fucking book.
It's something wicked this way comes. You're just like, oh shit. Yeah.
Seriously,
And I
something's
think
looming.
moral of the story, cut more people off.
Yep. I
Done.
feel like we keep coming back to that.
Yeah, that's been a recurring thought on this
Yeah.
podcast, and I stick by it.
hmm Stamp of approval from FDF.
Cut them off.
Bye, Felicia.
Block more people. Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't care.
Uh,
Um,
okay, so what's going on with the Botox and retinol these days?
okay, well, like I was just noticing my Botox is getting a little. I need to be refreshed, but I don't have the finances for that currently. But anywho, I was thinking about because Allie just started a retinol, and we were discussing it with the girl at Sephora this weekend. And I feel like this is like a PSA. Like if you are over 25, it's probably time, to do one or the other. Like
Retinol
retinol
or Botox?
or Botox. I think that people don't know about it, and that I think also when people think about Botox, they think like you're 40 and you're getting it. But I'm just like, you can get it whenever. Like you could do
Yeah,
it however you choose.
that's a
I love
great
it.
point. I've been thinking about that. I'm like, I'm close. I know I'm close.
It happens
When
fast.
do I get it? You know? How do you know?
And I feel like I started when I was like young, like 25. I got my first one in my forehead, and like I got it once, and then I literally have gotten it twice since then. So like it hasn't been very frequent in my life. But when I started at 25, I remember the girl who I got it from being like, think about it like this. If I'm taking away 6 months of like wear and tear of wrinkles,
Mm-hmm.
it's just 6 months less use.
Yeah,
And I was like, that's a good
resting.
point. And she's like, so think about like, if 10 years from now you have 2 years less use, that's going to make your skin look 8 years old instead of 10 years old.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So preventative Botox, I guess.
Yeah, it's just like whenever. It's not like you need to see a wrinkle in order to go in and get it done.
Totally.
But also, you don't feel like you have to get the Botox
You don't
because,
have to.
like, we're all going to be old and wrinkly one day,
Hell yeah, we are.
right? But, like, at 40, we want to feel fine,
I want to look a little youthful. And for
right?
me, it was really this one line. For me, like
Yeah,
my, like,
you don't have an 11, you have a 1.
I have a one. And like, you can see it right now, but like, it doesn't hold it right now because I
That's a crevasse, though.
It literally is. And because I squint so bad because my eyes are so sensitive, that it was like
Yes.
it scars like the sun. I'll get like a sunburn or something, and that will be like white.
Or like creases the makeup.
Oh yeah, and that's a no for me.
No. I feel like I'm
So,
gonna be the crow's feet old lady.
oh, the crow's feet. I felt them today. I was like, what's happening?
I have like compare your forehead to mine. Like I have, yeah, I can't believe that I am so 11 and you are so 1.
It's crazy. Such a strange thing. I feel like my Botox is still holding in pretty tight right here, up here,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it's looking good. But
doing good.
and then so the retinol, are you doing a retinol too?
Well, not currently because I'm taking basically a
An
retinol
oral retinol?
currently.
Yeah.
um, but Allie
Your
was
skin
popping on
will
here for a second
literally be just like falling off in heaps more than it is.
off. Literally, my scalp, my skin is just like, yeah, flaking. Can you imagine just adding one extra layer?
No.
Allie, what were you gonna pop on and say? I'm guessing.
Nothing. I was just curious what you were gonna say about the retinol stuff and our
Yeah.
Sephora thing.
I mean, how has your use of retinol been thus far?
It is definitely like it's a process. Like it like your skin gets very dry for the first like a long time.
Yeah.
I actually had to take a break because of Mexico though.
Yeah.
So I haven't gotten back on it because then I've been gone for 2.5 weeks. But yeah, your skin gets very dry, but
You could
you
get
have to
different
know.
you could get different like levels though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you just
The
really
glow
have
one,
to
I
like
think.
just like
Grind it out.
yeah, you have to just like get through it. There's no way around it. Like it's like that's just how the product works is like it
Yeah.
like I don't know if it like sheds. I don't know. Darian, do you actually know how it like scientifically works?
Well, I can tell you right now what's happening in my skin is it just shedded everything.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I think it does.
fresh
And then
snake.
it like you get a nice little layer underneath or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of like kills the first layer ish almost. Like,
Yeah, something like that. But
yeah.
like dermatologists are always posting like you just have to like grind it out. It sucks. It's gonna be shitty for like, 2 months or whatever. But after that, you're gonna have great skin for the rest of your life. So
Then you'll be a
Fingers
beautiful baby
crossed.
angel.
let's hope.
Oh, Allie, sorry, while you're here, do you have your statistic update?
Yes, JC. So we were doing something on the weekend. I randomly opened my phone and I gasped audibly. Audibly gasped, I guess, not gasped audibly. Anyways,
Could be either.
I understood.
Whatever I floats your boat, I think.
we have expanded to another country.
That was the noise she made.
Yeah.
We were at breakfast, and I was like, "Well, obviously you have to tell me." Like,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was like, no, I want to wait. And then she's like, you have to. So now we are listened to in Norway.
In Norway.
Yeah. So now that's
Very interesting.
Canada, US, Australia, Mexico, Russia, Chile, Peru, Kenya, and Norway.
also, wait, is this total or is our Russian follower back? Oh,
No,
I
this
gotta
is
stop telling them
total.
out.
This is total.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Okay,
go
fair
through.
enough.
I can't get the site to load on my laptop right now, but I'll go through and figure out what episode our Norway listener is from. It must have been the one before the interview, but
Yeah.
yeah, but still,
Wow, that's crazy.
right?
We love that.
Love an expansion.
Shout out to Scandinavia, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Big Norway fan over here. I've never been, but I really want to.
Yeah. Definitely feel as one with the people, you know?
I feel like a fjord. It calls my name. Like I'm like, yep, I'm meant to be there. I don't know what the fuck a fjord is, but sign me up,
Sign me up. I'm there. Yeah.
right? 1,000%. That's amazing. Thanks for the update, Allie. The people love it. The people love to know where we're at.
Big time. Yeah.
One day when we have merch, you'll be walking in the airport. You'll see anybody wearing our merch.
Well, imagine seeing our Russian follower.
They're not coming back. They hate
They're
us.
they're gone for good. Yeah, but it'd be cool.
It would be cool. That'd be neat. Very neat. I love that. What else have you got, Dee? What was going on with girl shopping versus shopping with the boys? I feel like that sounds very interesting.
Yeah, this was a thought that I had was that so me and Allie were shopping on the weekend, and you know when you're shopping with a girl and it's just like the best? Like,
Yeah.
and we were saying like we didn't really even buy that much, but just the
Hmm.
experience of like going through racks and being like, oh my God, this is so cute. Oh my God, this is so cute. Oh my God, this would look so cute on you. The like whole vibe of it versus like if I go shopping with Tim, God bless his soul, he'll sit there and say like, love it, looks great. But he's not in the racks with me, you know?
Yeah.
He's not digging,
Uh,
going like, oh my God, you know?
yeah. Elbow deep, babe. Look at this. This would be
It's
stunning on you.
so, I just like that, you know?
You like an interactive experience.
Yeah, I want it to
Yeah.
be like, yeah, I just think that that is something that you miss. Like, I feel like when we were in undergrad, we
Oh,
went shopping. Like,
we shopped often. Forever 21 hated to see us coming.
chunky necklaces, peplum tops, we're coming for you.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? A new pair of flats? Sign me
Oh,
up.
sign me up.
Oh,
Skinny
even worse,
jeans,
wedges? I'll take
wedges,
two.
colored jeans, we'll be right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we used to do like hella shopping, and I think about that, how like then yeah, you just, there's not a lot of other opportunities I feel in life unless you have sisters, which is great. But like,
Yeah.
if you don't live near your sisters, you're not doing that shopping sitch all that often.
No. We would go, you're right. We would go often. We'd be like, oh, party this weekend? Birthday this weekend? Yeah, for sure. Let me go get a new fit.
Yeah, let's head to Forever 21. I feel like at least once a month for sure we were going to Fargo.
Oh, yeah.
For
Hitting
sure.
up B-dubs, grabbing some wings,
Grabbing some wings, hitting the mall.
hitting the mall, hitting up Panera too. Oh my God. If
Dude,
that is one restaurant that absolutely needs to come to Canada,
man,
hear my cry, Panera.
hear my cry because there's actually one in Kingston, like where I went, yeah, it's like right where I lived. Like I would head there all the time and get the mac and cheese.
Everything was so good. Everything but the kitchen sink cookie. I'll take 12.
I'm like,
Like,
oh,
what? A salad? Yes. Broccoli cheddar soup in a
yes,
bread
in a bread
bowl?
bowl. Give
Fresh?
it to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah,
Oh,
Panera and 4 Degrees Funnier, we need to come together. We have a proposition for you. Yeah. Hear us out.
new
Hear us
meme.
out. Yeah.
That would be like iconic. So now here we have Chipotle. We have a Chick-fil-A, which I have not yet had because it was insane. Like he was irate about the Chick-fil-A opening because it would back up like a main route in Calgary because people,
Oh,
I
crazy love.
guarantee, waited hours in a car.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even open the restaurant, only the drive-through was open and it
Hmm.
was just like backed up. So we haven't had it, but now it's on Uber Eats, so maybe. But
I love Chick-fil-A. There's also a crumble cookie here now, and that was the
oh,
same. When it opened, it destroyed the entire area where I worked.
yeah.
People would line up for like 4 or 5 hours in the rain waiting for these cookies. I'm just like, let's all just chill. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Have
But
you
yeah,
had
I feel
crumble?
like I haven't had crumble.
We have a crumble here now too. I've only ever ordered it to the house, but like I'm like, it's $1 million.
1 million.
So I got like two small cookies, and I swear to God, I paid $16.
Oh yeah. I
So
feel
with
like people
that,
told me the thing is like 45, 50.
yeah, you like the ones that you see on TikTok, you cannot buy that without a small loan,
Yeah. You
and
have
then
to
it's not
up
even
your
worth it.
credit card limit for that.
Yeah,
And also I've heard some people say exceptionally mid.
they're fancier, sure. You
But does that
can
make them
go to
better?
like, no, you can go to a local bakery and get something nicer. Like,
Yeah.
again, that cookie from Panera is way better than a dedicated cookie bakery.
Yeah.
So, called Crumble. But,
Crazy.
yeah. Yeah. To have those days back, though, just carefree, you know?
Free and
Remember,
grocery
like,
shopping. That's the other thing I miss.
yeah, without fail, every time we would get there, though, we'd get to the mall and you'd be like, I need a ginger ale, like immediately. I'm
Uh,
like, are you having a sugar crisis? You're like, yes. Every single
every
time we
single
went,
time.
like, Darian had mapped out every single vending machine in that fucking mall.
Yeah. Because there was that one time I was getting my nails done and my bugs
Yeah.
up and I literally had to leave partway through because I was like, she looked at me, she's like, are you okay? I was like, nope, I'm gonna
You made
pass
me go
out.
get it.
I was like, we gotta get out of here. Like, so I just need to text my friend, like, something's seriously wrong. Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like, yeah, maybe, I mean, obviously I wasn't eating enough in those days to
Not for
sustain
the
my blood sugar in the levels that it should be, but
yeah,
ooh, danger zone.
not for the calorie output, that's for sure.
Oh,
I
no.
mean, well, we were having enough calories on the weekend, but
Yeah, we were consuming calories on the weekend.
yeah.
What's going on with driving rage?
Oh, okay. I've been thinking about this because I think about this every time on my way home. What I have one clearly because I'm already mad just discussing this. But what is one thing that just makes you fucking rage when you are driving that another driver does?
Ooh, this is a good one. So much. I'm actually a really angry driver.
I would say I am too, but like without a fail, there's something that every time I'm like, you fucking idiot. That is
Yeah.
not what you're supposed to do.
There's this one specific road that I get really mad at because it's an exit only onto my street. And so it's like off the highway. And people think that they can go there and then merge at the front.
Ah,
But it's an exit fucking only. And the signs are
mm-hmm,
so clear. Like
mm-hmm.
for a kilometer behind. You know, it's like, you knew. You're
Yep.
just trying to like cheat the system, but then they'll be fully stopped trying to merge over and you're going 100.
Yep.
And I'm like on my horn, like, get the fuck out of my way. I will hit you with my 2010 Honda Civic. I don't care. Like, I don't care
That
about my life that much. I don't care about you. I don't care about my car. You're going down.
with with the rage that you're feeling at the time too, you're like, I'm gonna come out okay. Like
Yeah.
if I get in a full fucking fledged accident right now, I'll
Mm,
still be okay.
I'll be fine. Yeah. I'm so mad. My adrenaline's going so high.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm even mad right now. But
I know, right? For
what is
me,
it for you?
every day I see this. I hate, and I honked at somebody the other day. I cannot stand when somebody starts braking because they're gonna turn, but there's a fucking turning lane right next to them.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion, right when the turning lane becomes accessible, get in there.
Oh
And
yeah.
then you brake. You are
100%.
not to brake before you are in the fucking turning lane. Oh, it makes me so mad. It's like the same situation as you, but you're like
Like,
cooking 70 down like a road, and then somebody's hammering on their brakes. It's like you have enough time in that turning lane to slow down.
dude,
How dare you go 20
how
in
dare you?
front of me when I'm going 70? Also, like, it's going to take you 8 minutes to fucking turn.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Well,
makes me so mad. I will honk at people. And the
oh
other
yeah.
day when I honked at somebody, it was my neighbor. And I like followed them all the way home. And I was like, oh my God, this is so
Oh my
awkward.
God, this is
But
almost
I
like,
fucking hate you.
but they need to know.
They
The
need to
other one
know.
on turning that really gets me is when they're trying to make a right hand turn, but they veer into the left lane to try to get that turn as if they're driving a semi, you know?
I know.
And you're like, okay, I think your Corolla will fit. Like, they do that little, and you're like, they're in your lane, and you're just like, what
Yeah.
the fuck are you doing?
Yup.
Oof.
Oh, so many dumb people. Oh my gosh. I
Yeah.
also had like a very interesting interaction the other day. When I leave my work, I have to, at a light, I have to turn left. And the oncoming traffic has a protected left turn light.
Okay.
We don't. So we have to sit there while the other side is turning and then the traffic is coming towards us. So we just have to sit there patiently and wait for the light to turn green for everybody.
Yeah.
And the other day, this car pulls in, which I agree with. It pulls into the intersection in front of me, has their signal light to turn left. They didn't make the green light. They reversed back in front of me to come out of the intersection backwards, which I'm like, just send it at this
No.
point. Go forward.
Yep.
But then, so they're in front of me. I'm like, whatever, it's fine. They didn't want to run the red light. I get it. And I didn't pull up because I had a feeling they were going to do that. So they had enough space to back up. Anyways, the cross traffic goes, it goes back to the oncoming traffic, and they have their protected turning light. So the light for us is red as red can be.
Yeah.
And then once all of that traffic is done moving, that lady in front of me turns left. I'm like,
You were
we are
actually
sitting at
better
a red
off
light now.
to go when it was green because you already established yourself and now you're just straight up running a red light.
Oh my God. It was just like chaotic. I'm like, bro, what is happening here?
Okay, well, last week, I'm on the reverse side of this. I almost got hit by a bus. I
Oh,
was driving downtown and the light was yellow and I was like maybe 2 car lengths away from the stop line. So I was like, I'm just gonna send it through this light, like whatever.
yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm going. This bus decides I'm turning. They don't have a protected green. They start turning into me. I'm like braking and veering off to the right because we're about to collide.
Oh my
And
God.
he stops and looks at me like I was in the wrong, and I was like, I wasn't even running a red light. Like,
Yeah. The light is green.
the light is fine. Like, it's turning yellow as I'm going through it.
Yeah.
Proceed with caution. I did that. You can't just go when you feel like it. Like,
Yeah.
and the way he looked at me, I was just like, I know I wasn't in the wrong here. Like,
Hmm.
the light was yellow. That's either means speed up or slow down, depending on who you are. But
Yeah.
like, I didn't have time to stop in that scenario. So like,
Yeah, without slamming on your brakes.
yeah, I would have killed somebody.
Yeah.
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 So
Can't trust
road
anybody.
rage. Ugh.
Brings me to another thought, actually. Did you kind of like have the impression when you were younger that like a bus could never get in a car accident, a
Yeah.
taxi could never get in a car accident?
Mm-hmm.
Like you were like, oh, I'm safe if like like some city person is driving me around,
Yeah.
and then you realize that is not true.
Not even at all. Yeah.
I don't know why that's like. I wonder if other people thought that, but I feel like it was just like I don't know. Like even if it's like okay, it's a snow day. Well, I don't want to drive. Maybe I should just call an Uber.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they can
Not a
still get
professional
in
driver.
accidents.
Yeah. It's still bound to happen. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great point.
Like trains, obviously, that's different if you're going to take transit that way. But like for some reason, I just felt like growing up, not now, I definitely don't believe that now, but back in the day, it was like, oh yeah, like if you take a bus, you'll be safer that way. And it's like,
We're in the
especially
clear.
like probably
No?
some of the lowest education that
Yeah.
can get a job, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. You're
No
like
offense to the
scared
bus
for
drivers. We
my
appreciate all of the service that you do, but I'm just saying, I don't think there's a lot of prereqs.
No. You don't have to have any fancy driving experience.
You're just a person.
You're just a person. You're just as well to make mistakes as me. And that scares me as well. So,
I would feel terrified driving a bunch of people around, so
oh my God, I feel scared driving myself most of the time.
I feel bad when I'm with Millie. I'm like, girl, hold on.
Girl, hold on. Oof. Yeah.
Oh my god. Should we finish with a little bit of Google history?
Hell yeah, we should.
All
I gotta
right.
Google it, remember?
Let's Google really quick.
Gotta just type in Google and then there we go.
Google.com. Into my
Google.com.
history. Oh, this is embarrassing. My first one, I Googled JC Doctor Calgary.
Ooh, that is embarrassing.
Do people know I live there? Maybe bleep out the last word, Allie. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like
I
So
got
people
you.
don't look me up.
I got you. Yeah, I Googled bejewel because I didn't know how to spell it.
For your Instagram story about your Crocs or about
Yeah,
your boot.
from a boot. Yep.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's a tough one.
It is. I didn't know if there was 2 E's, 3 E's. There's three. It's a lot of E's for a small word. For just
Too many
bejewel,
E's.
you
Oh,
know? Add bejeweled.
yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's too much going on. I googled the masculine versus feminine side of the bed.
What was the answer?
If you are looking at the bed, okay, wait, let me click on it again really quick. If you're looking at the bed, the left side of it is the feminine side.
If you're looking at the left side. Yeah.
Do you sleep on that side?
That's the left side, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
If I'm looking at the bed.
If you're looking
If
at the
I'm
bed, but
on the bed, I'm on the right side of the bed.
see, that's what I would classify it as. That's what we were talking about because I was like, I sleep on the right side of the bed, and then it's like the masculine side of the bed is the right side. But if you're looking at the bed from the foot of the bed, so
Right.
I think like yeah, for us, the right side of the bed is feminine. But yeah, apparently there's energies associated with it.
Do you think it also depends on where relation to the door?
Exactly what led us to this conversation. Yes.
Hey.
Do you sleep? You don't sleep closer to the door though, right?
No.
See, I do.
Do you want to get killed first?
Well, I will say that I was accompanied in this bed. I after I had established my comfortability here,
Right.
you
That is
know?
true. You had developed the bed system prior to someone moving into that system. Yeah. Okay, I get it.
And also, like, we were talking about this also because I was solo in the bed at first. I would say solo, you typically do choose to sleep closer to the door when you're
That's true.
solo,
Yeah, because you
right?
want to get up and go to the bathroom. You're
Yeah,
going into bed, you're coming in, you're just hopping in bed. You don't need like a whole
exactly.
rigmarole of the whole thing.
Yeah. So it's very interesting. But yeah, like we've had this conversation, like Alex and I, a few times, being like, he's like, no, like in the beginning, he was like, you're going to sleep closer to the door. And I was like, well, this is kind of my side. Like,
I've established a dominance here.
yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe we should flip it. Maybe we should put my bed on the other side of the room and just totally flip it. And I'll still sleep on the right side, but then he'll be closer to the door.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. The feng shui people, they're not happy with me. Well,
No.
actually, they are. It's just the sleep safe people aren't.
Sleep
Sleep safe
safe.
for adults.
Sleep safe. I was like, it's for babies. Oh man. Um, what else? I Googled Harry Potter love quotes like 3 times separately.
What'd you come up with?
Is that what you will? Nothing, really.
Oh,
So that was unfortunate.
that is too bad.
Yeah.
I googled bum fluff. Do you know what bum fluff is?
No.
We were watching like a show from like England, and apparently she was like, "I've known you since you've had bum fluff." And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Apparently, it's like just like the scraggly hairs of like just when like you're starting to grow facial hair. They call
Oh
it
my
bum fluff.
God. Well, I
Yeah.
never want to hear that again in my lifetime.
Well, if you ever do, if you're ever over, I don't even know where it's located. Somewhere in, I don't know, Europe. But
That was crazy.
anyways, yeah. I know bum fluff. I'm like, God, that's such a demeaning way to describe
Seriously,
it.
this is your beginning into adulthood? Bum fluff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Uh, yeah, that's about it for me.
Yeah, I got nothing else that's interesting. It's all just like
No.
clothing sites and stuff like that.
Just shopping.
Just
I
like
mean, I
typing
was
things.
Googling a lot of sushi places, ramen places.
Oh yeah. That's a good one.
Anyways, yeah. I think that's everything for today.
I
So,
think so too.
yeah, just kind of a little catch up. Maybe we'll have something a little bit different next. I almost said next visit, like I was at work, but
Don't do
next episode.
that. Yeah, okay, the next episode.
On the
Yeah, we'll
next
switch it up.
episode.
We'll do something a little diff.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's
All
time
right.
to peace out.
Yeah, I gotta hit the sheets now.
I gotta go have some dinner, man.
Oh, crikey. Okay, well, we're gonna let you do that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Well, we'll
All
catch
right.
you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.